Improvise.
Improvise, okay. You're yes and I can actually see that. My eyesight's really bad.
You won't wait which class?
I'm joking. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation to come here. I'm going to talk about my journey as a YouTuber. Before I do that, I'd just like to ask, just out of interest, how many guys here could you just put a hand up and actually watch YouTube? Is there many of you guys? Wow. Okay. How many of you are unfortunate enough to actually watch what I do? You really are unlucky. Okay, so today, I just want to go through, I spoke to Ren a long time ago and we mentioned about what's it like being a YouTuber, how does it work, and what are the highs, the lows, and what's involved in being a YouTuber. So, I'm going to share with you, which one do I press in? Is that one?
The right one, the arrow on the right.
Which one? On the right. I press that, it doesn't work. No, it's not working. There you go, so it's started, isn't it? You see that one? Is it not? Right.
You got to point it at that.
Oh, over there. Oh, sorry, I was pointing to there.
It's not working, it's not.
I told you I'm no good with this modern technology.
Is there some reason it's not working?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Right, okay. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to share with you guys my journey as a YouTuber and what it's involved and the highs and lows. So, as you can see there, back in 2016, I was a lot slimmer and things were going good. Right now, I'm a lot fatter and things are going probably about the same. But I had a company called Buzzin Media Group and I was working with the gentleman there, see in the bottom right corner, that's Mark. We were doing marketing and part of the marketing was we did have a YouTube channel but not a channel that we would use to actually promote videos. It was more for businesses and for people to actually come on and we'd do the video, put it on YouTube and then they could share it on their networks. And what happened was, I got the channel there, as you can see, Buzzin Pattaya, and I'll explain how that came about in the very near future here about this. But I started the YouTube channel with absolutely no idea what I was doing. I still have no idea what I'm doing, and it just seems to be working. And when I started, I was really, really worried and very nervous. So how did it all start? Well, basically, what happened for me was COVID. And it was a very testing time for all of us. Sadly, a lot of businesses struggled, and even more sadly, they never came back. And I was sat at home, like you all were probably, and doing absolutely nothing, thinking, what should I do? When's this going to end? I thought it was going to be a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, then it was maybe 6 months, then it was a year, etc., etc., etc. And what happened was, I got a message, a random message from a guy, said, hey Trev, I've just seen you on YouTube. And I was just like, no, you can't see me, mate. I've not done any YouTube, literally nothing. And he said, no, he said, you were at the Pullman G Hotel. And I was, but that was about 7 years ago, part of the Buzzin Media Group platform that we had then. So it got me thinking, and I thought, well look, you know what, I've got nothing to do today, zero, so why don't I try and make a video? And I had my camera on my phone, and I had no proper equipment, put it in the stand, and I just started talking about my life here in Pattaya and things that were happening and stuff. And lo and behold, people really enjoyed it, which was quite strange, so I wasn't expecting any of this whatsoever. So I realised the first thing that probably most people do is they worry about making mistakes. And that's the biggest fear that YouTubers have, is don't make a mistake. I love making mistakes because it's real. It's what you are, it's who you are, and I try to portray that in my videos. So if I do, I've done before where I walk down soys and I'm talking, yeah, we're down here in soy 13, look at this, great, great, great. And I was in soy 13 too. And I'm thinking, oh man, you know, and I'll talk about a hotel and I get the names wrong. But it's real, it's actually real. And it started to work. People were following me thinking, do you know what, I like this guy. He doesn't really know what he's doing, but he's doing as best he can. So I progressed with that, and the channel started picking up. And it was getting towards what we call monetization. And it was completely unpredictable, it was completely off the cuff, it wasn't something that I was expecting. And what I was doing was I was just making general content. I was going out, walking around the streets. Some of you have been watching my videos, so you know what to expect. I go out and I just walk around. My history is when I first came here, I worked in all the go-go bars and the beer bars as a photographer. That was what I originally did when I came here. So I knew a lot of the nightlife. And the perks of that was I could tell who the owner was. This owner is this guy, this guy, this guy. What it's like inside, because obviously you can't take cameras inside. So I could start sharing that information. And it started to increase the channel to the point where I was really close to monetization. Now to get monetized on YouTube, you've got to have a minimum of 4,000 hours watch time, and you have to have 1,000 subscribers. And we'll talk about the money side in a bit, but it's a myth. People say, oh, YouTubers, you're earning a fortune. Out of the whole 100% of YouTubers, 5% make what you would call money, and the top 1% make a fortune. The 95% of other people, they don't make a lot of money, and that's a fact. And some people don't make any money, they can't get to this level. I got to that level where I was making a bit of money, I was covering my expenses, and an average month for my channel back then, I would probably get maybe $500, and that was converted into Thai baht. What you also don't, or maybe you don't realise, is when they pay you, they take 30% as well, that's YouTube's commission, and if you get content viewed in the USA, they take further commission off you there, 22% tax. So you're actually left with a lot less. So the problem I had was, I was ready for monetization. I had the hours, I had the subscribers, I had the content. Now YouTube are very good at this. 3 chances and you're done. And I'll tell you a story, it's God's honest truth. So what you have to do is they send you a notification, say, hey, you're available for monetization, please submit this and you will get a code. But they have to post the code. They can't email you. In this modern technical world, they physically send you a postcard. So I put my address down and you get a month. You have to wait a month. After that month, you can then reapply. But you only get 3 chances. So anyway, put my card in, there you go, send me my card, nothing. So I waited and waited about 6 weeks, still nothing. I'm still making my videos. And so then what I then did was I reapplied. But I thought what I'll do is maybe my condo address is no good. Let's use the address of my studio. So I did that. Waited and waited, nothing. So then I phoned my friend Mike, who lives in Bangkok, and I said, Mike, is there any chance I could use your address, please, to get this car? Because I thought, well, Bangkok, maybe that's a bit more sophisticated in their mailing system, maybe it'll arrive. So we did that. Now, fast forward 4.5 months, I'm totally given up, don't even consider monetization. And this is God's honest truth, what I tell you now. So I was at home in Korea with my wife, and I respect my wife's views on her religion and stuff. We went to this monument, this temple, and she started doing all her things, and I'm stood over there, okay, come on, hurry up. Anyway, she comes over to me, she says, I've got a really good feeling. Really? There's nothing to do with me, who was that? And so she said, no, I've got a really good feeling, can I get one of those big orange wreaths to put over the monk over there? Okay, so there you go. And this is God's honest truth, my kids' lives, I promise you this happened. So I'm sitting there, okay, Don, go do your thing. So she went off and did it. So she's over there praying away and doing her thing, suddenly my phone rang. Oh, it's Mike. Okay. Hi Mike, how you doing? He said, how you doing, Trev? I said, I'm doing good, mate, how you doing? He said, really good. He said, I've actually got something that you want. Sorry? He said, I've got your code. And there's my wife saying to me, I've got a really good feeling, and it was about money, and suddenly my phone rang, and Mike's got my code. And I'm like, you can't be kidding me. So fair play, I gave her an extra pudding for dinner, and she was happy with that. But the point was, is she prayed and I got it. I couldn't believe it, absolutely unbelievable. So the next thing that happened, YouTube's algorithm. And I won't bore you, but I just want to explain how it works in case you don't know. So when you see a picture, that's called your thumbnail. So when you go onto YouTube, you type in your keyword, and it might be say Pattaya nightlife, and you'll be presented with a list of opportunities to watch these videos based on the picture. If you click that picture, that's told them that picture is good, it's relevant to that keyword. So Pattaya nightlife, there's the picture maybe of a street bars, you click that, happy days. So now the next thing is retention. So if you click that, but you watch the video for say a minute or less, YouTube walk away from that. That's in their eyes, it's not valuable to what you search for. So they penalise you, so they push you back. Likewise, the length of the video. So if the video is over 8.5 minutes, it can be monetized. You can monetize shorter videos, but they don't generally work. But you've got to have 8.5 minutes in order to monetize your video. So if you only watch the video for 7 minutes, cheers Trev, great effort, but no prize. It's really, really difficult. And of course, it's like if you walk into a library and you say to the lady in there, I want a book on wars, and she sends you to, I don't know, geography. There's no books in there, then in order to go there, they say, well, that doesn't work. So they will stop recommending. And then all of a sudden you drop down further and further and further and further. It's a very, very tough game. Really is very, very tough. But once you understand it, you make up these glorified pictures, you hope and pray to people. You'll see some YouTubers and they'll do an intro. And that intro, you'll go into a channel, press play, and then you'll see this like 35, 40-second video intro, blah, blah, blah. They're just holding on to you so that YouTube try and recognize, oh, this is a good video. So, content. The cameras. I started off using just a phone, and nowadays there's a lot of things about cameras. I don't ever hide my camera. There are people out there that use hidden cameras. I absolutely despise that. I don't like it at all. It's infringing on your privacy, particularly if it's a nighttime video. If you're walking around, they'll have pinhole cameras. I know one guy here who's actually got the camera in his rucksack. And he stands there and he'll be doing this, and he's looking that way, but he's filming you. I don't do that. I have a DJI Pro, and it's in my hand, and when people come up to me and say, I'm actually videoing, are you okay? Yeah, cool. But you've got to be very, very careful. There are people out here with hidden cameras. There are people out with pinhole cameras. There's people with sunglasses with a camera in the side here. There's a lot of different cameras out there, so be very aware if you don't want to be caught on camera. I'm not saying you've got to go take your sunglasses off, but it happens. It does happen, and it's not good. As well as cameras, lighting. You're now going to start performing in the lighting aspect. So you've got to have these, what we call O-rings, and you've got to have lighting on your camera to try and make the subject matter actually brighter, clearer, and attractive. So when you watch the video, you're not thinking, I can't really see that. So again, you've got to be very aware of your lighting. Sound is the number one important in YouTube, by a country mile. It doesn't matter how good your video is, it doesn't matter whether it's the best topic in the world, if they can't hear you, people will switch off instantly. And it's very, very hard because you've got to take into account all the ambience noise, the things that are going on. It's very, very difficult. But once you get it sussed, it's very easy. But sound is the most important thing. If ever anyone makes a video, and I'm sure some of you guys make videos, but if you use it for YouTube or whatever, get a wireless mic. Wireless mics are very easy and they're very cheap, they're not expensive, but they do the job and you clip them onto you. Editing. Oh man, editing. So, Premiere Pro. Does anyone know about Premiere Pro? Anybody used to Premiere Pro? Okay. One poor fellow over there. Okay, well, you know what I'm sharing now. So, right now, the technical ability on your phone is fantastic. There are some really good places like CapCut. CapCut is completely free. You just put the video into your phone. So you do the video with your phone, open up CapCut, put all your videos in, and you can edit it, and it's excellent. I use Premiere Pro, which is the top end of the scale, but it's a program I've been used to using for years, but it's very, very complex. DaVinci, you've got a program called DaVinci, which is very easy, free, and you can use that. So there's a lot of editing out there, but the editing takes time. So in terms of making a video, if you look at my schedule, say I go out today and I make a video and it takes 20 minutes. My average video is about 20 minutes. When I've made that video, I take it back, download it to the computer, and to edit that video will take me another, probably an hour. Then you have to upload it to YouTube. And when you upload it to YouTube, what you then got to do is put your keyword association in. So when you type in Pattaya, in my video keywords, it will say Pattaya, Pattaya Nightlife, Pattaya Tour, Pattaya 2023, all those keywords I think you might click if my video is relevant to you. So you've got to do all the editing, and it takes a long, long time. Is it worth it? I've had videos where, honestly, I've come back and I'm like a kid in a sweet shop. And I'm like, this is nailed. Absolutely nailed it down. It's going to be brilliant. And it just dies. And there's no logic. I've had other videos where, to be honest with you, I thought, this isn't going to go. This is not going to be good. It's too flat, it's too boring, it's not going to work. And yet I've had constant people saying, I love that video. And it's really weird. It's like today, my video out today, I went out, I did the paragliding, the paramotor. And I went all over Jomtien, so I was about 700-800 feet up. And it was fantastic for me as a person. But when I watched the video, I thought, well, you're only seeing all down there, so it could be a bit boring. But yet the amount of people who said, I love that video trip, brilliant, thank you very much, when you can go over the Pattaya City area. So there's no logic, it's very, very much hit and miss. What you may think is good could quite honestly be bad, and what you may think isn't good could actually become one of your best videos. Comments. The one thing I've learned, and I've done, and I am going to bang my own drum on this one, a lot of YouTubers now follow me, particularly here in this city. When I started off, I had 400 subscribers from the media group, and we've now got 76,000. I'm a great believer in, if you've taken the time to write to me, no matter how many of you do it, I will take the time to write back. And I answer every single comment myself. There is no anybody in the office doing it or anything like that. I do it myself. I'm a great believer in building a community, and I think that's what works. I think that's what's most important. Some of you guys, you follow my channel, I would like to say I'm pretty confident now. If you've ever written, I've written back. If anyone's written a comment and I haven't written back, please let me know, but I think I've written to every single person. And the reason I do that is because it's very, very important. If you've taken the time to watch my video, you've taken the time to comment, I need to take that time back. And a lot of YouTubers here didn't do that. They used to just, yeah, thanks, and that was it. Little thumbs up. Well, I write. Thank you very much for your comment. Great comment, thank you so much. All these things, and it's what's built the channel. So the highs. There's a lot of highs, and there's a lot of lows. I've met some incredible people in the last 3 years, incredible people. Some really, really nice guys. Some incredibly clever people. I've met some business people. It's been fantastic. And what I will say, guys, now is if you are sat here and you have a business and you want me to come and sit down and do an interview and chat with you, it doesn't cost you a penny, but you will get a lot of people viewing. So please email me, 247pattaya@gmail.com. I'll get ready to give that email to you, but just get in touch, guys. If you've got something you want to share, I'm always open arms to listen and to try and help as much as I can. It doesn't cost you a penny. My hands up, I earn my money out of the YouTube video, so that's why you don't pay. But if you've got a business here and you want some exposure, please let me know. There is more here in this city than unfortunately the media give us credit for. We're known for what it is. Oh yeah, it's that seedy city in Thailand and all the rest of it and all the other stuff that we listen to. And I have been blown away by the last 3 years as to how much more there is to this city than just Soi 6, Soi 7, 8, Walking Street and LK Metro. There is huge amounts out here. I've been to Sirachala, to Satahip, I've gone around the country. There is so much here, it is incredible. And all I can say is, if there's any one message, if you're here and maybe you're looking for things to do, honestly, just fly down Sukhumvit Road. It's amazing what you will see. There's so much here. And I couldn't believe that, because you get conditioned. We know what Pattaya's famous for, is that. Okay, yeah, we do have it here. But we have so much more. Some of the nicest, like Koh Samui, go over to Koh Larn, go over to Pattaya Beach and all these other places. We've got some fantastic places here, and sadly, they don't get the credit that they're due. What happens is people dismiss it, and they go, oh yeah, whatever, but I know where you go really. Okay, we're judged. And it's a shame, because you're fighting an uphill battle. But the reality is that this city has so much to offer. I get paid now, and an average month for me, I'll probably earn, on a really good video, maybe $1,000, $1,200 in a month, for a good month. That's not per video, that's a month. On a bad month, I might pick up $400, $500, $600. It's not what people think. People think, oh yeah, I'll make a video, I'm a multi-millionaire. You see these Logan, Paul Jake, where his name is, that idiot. But they see all these people and they think, oh, they're making loads of money. The top 1% make a fortune, absolute fortune. There's a guy, the #1 in fact Ian, who sat down there, Ian helps me with what we do. What was that guy's name, Ian, the one that does those giveaways? That's the one, anyway.
Is that retired working for you?
No. This guy is he American?
Yeah.
He's an American guy.
Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast, yeah.
That's it, Mr. Beast. Now, if you've never checked out Mr. Beast videos, have a look. They are outrageous. He gives away $1 million. He gives away money like it's confetti. But he's the #1 YouTuber, and he earns $4 to $5 million a month. A month. $4 to $5 million a month. And he goes out there and he'll do, right, okay. He plays games, like he did one with the circle. Did you watch one with the circle, with all the people stood in the circle?
No, I watched one in the jet. They give away jet.
The giveaway, the air jet he gave away. So what he did, he got a circle. And he said, right, in you go, 100 people stood in the circle. The last person to stay in the circle won $500,000. And the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller day by day by day. And it's just mental, but he earns a fortune, $4 to $5 million a month. Incredible. Sadly, I'm a little bit away from it, but I'm working on it. Live streams. My first ever live stream was an absolute disaster. So I've got my laptop here. I've uploaded to a thing called StreamYard, And as I'm uploading, I thought, well, what's that button mean? Live. Okay, must be, press that, okay. And I'm looking at this system, trying to work it out, and people started messaging me saying, hi Trev. I thought, oh, this is a realistic demo. It's a good demo, they actually commented. And I thought it was just a demo. I had no idea I was actually live. And then they're saying, Trev, why are you in your kitchen? I thought, this is a really good demo. You can even see what we're doing. And I was live. I had no idea. But you know what? Live streams have been great fun. They break up the day-to-day videos. They give me the opportunity to actually engage with my audience, to engage with people. I love it. It's so much fun. And they're very challenging. The biggest question I get is, Trevor, I can't hear you, and that's because I've not plugged the mic in and stuff like that. But the thing is, they're great fun. And live streams are interesting. You know, I tried one where I went down to John Tien, put my camera up, went live, and just walking around. And people say, oh, Trevor, what's that on the right? Oh, that one over there, there you go. What's that? They're great fun. I really enjoy the live streams. And also on a Sunday, we do a thing called Sunday Fun Day, where we go to one of the bars, and we get the girls to come and join us. And they chat, and we have a right laugh. It's good fun. Now this is a double-edged sword, and I'm going to cover more about this as we go. So, when COVID came, I had a reasonably good channel, had a lot of followers, a lot of very kind, generous people. And I reached out to the audience. And the way I did it was I didn't beg, I didn't ask for a single penny, I just said, I've had a really good day today. I've been up to Vancouver and I helped them for my own personal money. And off the back of me just saying that, I got people sending me super chats. A super chat is where you can donate to the person's video, YouTube take their 30% and tax, and then you get the benefit of whatever's left. And people were sending me money. Trevor, here, when you go out next, please, can you do something for me, mate? Here's $10, here's $20, here's $50. And it was incredible. I was absolutely blown away by the fact that these people were trusting me, were helping me, and giving me an opportunity to give back. Because when COVID was here, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible for all of us. But for the people that had no money, particularly the Thai people, it was absolutely horrific. And what I did was Dave Strachan, I'm sure many of you know Dave, he's a very, very close friend of mine. David and a guy called Michael, who's another good friend of mine, we drove around every Thursday for 12 weeks, handing out food, water, fish, all the things that we knew these needy people needed. And on the back of that, we actually saved the guy's life. We was up in Soi Nam Pagwan, and we were going up around the top, past John's sports bar, around the corner, up to where the entrance to the temple is, and there used to be a boxing gym on the right-hand side. When that COVID hit, he was left with no business, and eventually had to sell the boxing ring to try and live, try and survive, and he ran out of money. And he left a member of staff behind. It was a guy who used to sleep under this roof in what used to be the boxing gym. And we used to give him food every week. Hey, how you doing? Here's some food, here's some food. And we'd done it for about 4 weeks. And then I noticed he wasn't eating the food. He wasn't drinking the water. And it was like, wow, are you okay? And he wasn't. He was just not eating, which was ridiculous. He was thin as a stick. The following week we went back, he still wasn't eating. So I said to Bo, we need to call an ambulance. This he's not in a good way. The ambulance came, all in their Tyvek suits and everything, because at the time it was COVID. And the long and short of it was that he was on the verge of dying. And they took him to hospital, and we managed to save his life, which was incredible, such an incredible thing to do. I don't know where he is now. I wish I did. I'd love to go and say, hey, how are you doing, buddy? But unfortunately, he went to hospital, and that was it. We never saw him again. We met a family. If you go up to Siem Reap, at the top of Soi Khao Talo, as you go around that bend, you'll see now it's a big barbed wire area of grass. That used to be the home of a family of 4 people. They lived under plastic bags. Their roof was plastic bags. When it rained, they used to lay on the floor, huddled up, and there was water all around. It's horrific. But from the back of the channel, people helped me. We went and bought them a 6-man tent, a proper tent for them. We reconstructed some of their stuff for them, and we did all that. It was fantastic. And it was just a matter of looking back and thinking, at least we made a little bit of a difference off of what this is. Bangkok Jar. And I'll talk about the lows in a bit, but Bangkok Jar. So I have a particular thing where over the last 9 years of living here, I've helped Father Ray, I've helped Bang Jing Jai, that used to be on Soi Nam Pagwan. I've helped a lot of people from my own pocket. Nothing to do with anybody. I didn't have YouTube then, it was out of my own pocket. And I mentioned on the video one day, as I said earlier, I've had a great day today, I did this, did this, did this. People sent me in some money. And I went up to Banging Jai. They have a thing called a prayer room. So these kids are orphans. They come from human trafficking, they've been rescued, and they have no mothers, no fathers, or if they do, they're not allowed to be in contact with them for obvious reasons. And what we did was we went in and I said to Jane and Mr. Gujar, is there anything you need that we can perhaps help you with? And he took me to this, well, it's called their prayer room. He took me to this room. It was up a few steps. It was just an open, like a hut with no walls. And it was in such a state of disrepair. It was awful. So when the children get fed in the morning, so they wake up, they shower, they then go and have breakfast, and then they go to the prayer room to say thank you for being fed today. Imagine that. Thank you for being fed today. When they go off to school, they come back, they shower, and they eat their evening meal. And they then go back to the prayer room to say, thank you for giving me some more food. But it's kept me alive. And it ripped me apart. So I said, listen, they had broken glass, they had broken floorboards, they had some of the banister rails was broken and nails protruding and all these kind of things. They had no rainproof, nothing. And over a period of about a year and a half, we rebuilt their rooms, we gave the kids fans in their rooms, in their bedrooms. We built a roof in the kids' bedrooms so that they could sleep without the rats coming in and the mosquitoes coming in and biting them. We gave all rain protection around their restaurant area because they didn't have any. We rebuilt their stock room and put the walls up properly so that the rats couldn't come in and eat the rice. We took them out to place. I took to the barbecue. And I'm laughing, it's one of my fondest memories ever. I went into the barbecue. If you go up, Kaunoi. Go up Kaunoi, and you know you've got the top supermarket, the big building there. Just behind that, there's a small mukata area, a little Thai barbecue. And I took all the kids, there's 54 children, took them all up, said, right, come on kids, we're going to eat. So we got the bar buses, took them up, it was fantastic. And I stood there watching it all, it's all happening, they're all eating, and I got a tug on my shirt. I said, oh, what's up? There's a little Thai boy, and he said to me, the fish, can I eat? Make you fill your boots, you eat whatever you want. And it was just unreal. He'd obviously told the other children that you can eat the fish, because they weren't touching it. They thought they weren't allowed to eat the fish and the crabs and the prawns, because obviously they're expensive. And I said, you can eat whatever you want. And they literally emptied that kind of container out in about 30 seconds. We were like, boom. And they just emptied it. And it was fantastic. And we've done other things. We've taken them out to places, to the crocodile farm, etc. There's still more yet to come. So from the back of the YouTube channel, I managed to do things that I couldn't do myself. So from that, it gave me a great relief. We paid their electric for a whole year last year. Every single month we paid their electric. And there's still more yet to come. But I'll talk about the lows in a second, because there's a reverse to this. Someone's called it. That should be a 50 baht fine. Right, where are we? Oh, yeah, the Buzzin bar. So, if you go into Tree Town now, you'll see there's a bar there called the Buzzin bar. And basically, Stephen approached me, who's the owner, and said, look, Trev, you've got a big channel. Have you ever thought about owning a bar? And I just laughed. I said, you've got no chance. There's no way in the world I'm going to live in my life in a bar. Just not happening. He said, I don't want you in there. You can come in when you want, but let's do it. He said, I'll pay for everything, and let's make the Buzzin bar. And he's been true to his word. He's been true to it. He built the bar for me. He's done so much for me. But the nice thing about that, if you go back to when I said about building a community, I have got the community in the Buzzin bar. So I get to meet a lot of really, really good people. I've met people from all around the world. So from YouTube, I've now got such an incredible network of people that I would never, ever have met. And they do all kinds of different things in life. I've got fighter pilots, I've got guys that work on the streets doing refuse collection. They do all kinds of different things. But do you know what? They've all got one thing in common. They love this city. They come here, and we've all got something in common. We love this city. That's why we're here. Discord. I wouldn't imagine any of you are on Discord here, but we've got a platform called Discord. It's totally free of charge. It's just an online chat room. They can share pictures, you can talk to each other, you can share experiences, you can help answer questions. We've got question and answers on there, so people say, how do I get a visa, where to go? And we can answer all these different questions. It's really, really powerful. If you haven't used it, please have a look at Discord. It's totally free, it's just an app. Put it on your phone and you can connect with so many, over 10,000 people on it. We used to have 21,000, but unfortunately one of our admin who used to, or not used to, he still does, who was an admin in the channel, there was a button called prune, and what it basically does is you can take out people that have not commented for a certain amount of time. And they had a few too many whiskies, you press prune and deleted 11,000 members. So yeah, we're working our way back. But have a look on it, guys. It's totally free of charge. There's some incredibly knowledgeable people on there. All right, so we've said the nice things, we've said the good things, and unfortunately, as with all things, there's a good side and there's a bad side. If you'd have said to me before I did YouTube, would I do it knowing what's going to come now? I'm quite a stubborn guy, so I probably would have done this. But I have to say that I was not in any way, shape or form expecting the amount of just vile abuse, vile accusations, vile messages. It was just beyond me. And the lows are that you get hated. Unfortunately in this world, people hate to see people do well. I don't know why it is. For me, I just think, crack on guys, you're doing good, happy days. But there are a lot of people that are bitter, a lot of people that are sad, twisted, and they just want to abuse you. Trolls, my favourite people in the world. So when you put a video up, oh, you would be amazed what they say to me. I'm this, I'm that, you're going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's like, dude, like, have you got a life? Like, you know, please leave your mum's basement and actually go and do something. But you get thousands and thousands of them. So, Bangkok jar. Apparently I'm a scammer. I stole all the money. I never took them to the crocodile farm. I didn't do this, I didn't do that. They've accused me of everything you could possibly imagine. And at the end of the day, what makes me laugh, and I said this to them, when I started getting attacked, I actually stupidly went onto their group to try and defend myself when I first got the notification. And it was just, well, I was just not bothered. It was just like, hello, here I am, please shoot me as many times as you can, because they just nailed me. But I said one thing, and I've always said this, I've said to every single person, if you believe what you read, what you see, what you hear, if that's what you honestly think of me, no problem. Just show me what you donated. I will give you back what you gave me, and I will match it again out of my own pocket. And the weird thing is, not one person's ever done it. Not one person. And I've actually met the troll. I've met a troll. It was quite funny. I met him on Monday. So I had this guy, and I like to meet people. I'm not worried about this sort of thing. I like to meet. I want to understand why you like the way you are. Why? So this guy messaged me an email, and it was Saturday morning. Oh, hello, Buzzin. They call me Buzzin. Buzzin, whatever. Anyway, they call me Buzzin. I want to meet you, you scammer. I want to know where you are. I'm not hiding from you. And I didn't reply because it was Saturday. And I think, no, I'm entitled to some time on my own. So I didn't reply. About 10 minutes later, bloody typical, you scammer, you won't reply. Well, I'm definitely not going to reply now. I'm just going to wait. I must have had, 25 emails over the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, and I said I'll reply Monday, but I've had 25 emails getting worse to worse to worse. Go live your pathetic, sad life, you loser, and all this stuff. And then he changed his tactics. What he then did was, because I didn't reply to him directly, he then sent me an email using his friend's email account. And I'm like, you won't reply to me, I'm using my friend's account, you scammer. Okay, thank you very much. So I still made him wait till Monday. Anyway, when Monday came, I replied, hey, how are you doing? I hope you had a nice weekend. Love to meet you. Where, when, and what time? Oh, you've replied. Yes, I'm replying. So where? So we met in the iRovers. So when I got there, chipped up, he was sat in the corner, and he got up. Oh, hello, Trevor. I'm like, dude, like, you've just been slagging me off and slating me. Now you want to shake my hand. So I shook his hand, sat down, said, how are we doing? A little bit of small talk. I said, right, come on in. Where do we go? And every single thing he said to me, he couldn't back up. And I just want to show you this, just so you can see what I'm talking about when we talk about seeing things. I know you won't be able to see this actual picture, but I can show you what I mean. So he said to me, I said, you said you were going to take the shirts up to the kids at Bangkok Jar. I said, that's right. He said, well, that's why I know you're a scammer. I said, because I went up there and you didn't do it. Did I not? Oh, okay, and how's that then? He said, well, I know. Did you ask Jane? No, I know, they didn't have any new shirts. So how do you know? Was that picture not what I did then? No, I didn't go up there and deliver the shirts like I promised. I said, oh, what you want me to do is you want me to actually tell you, it's got nothing to do with what we did, that I did do what I said I would do. And these guys are just incredible. And in the end, he walked away with his tail between his legs and said, I'm sorry. I said, thank you. I said, I've got nothing to worry about, thank you. I'm sure he's gone back on there and slated me, but anyway. And the lies. Oh, I took the kids to the crocodile farm, and apparently I squeezed all 42 children into one bar bus. Apparently, one bar bus. Now, come on. I know they like to pack them in, but that's taking it. I didn't have enough money, apparently, to let them go into the crocodile farm, because I didn't have enough money. They picked up the bill. Ian was there was somebody that I paid for every single child. When it was lunchtime, I didn't feed them. Didn't get them a bottle of water. And yet there was an independent headmistress there that watched me do exactly what I did. And that was I gave them all drinks. I didn't feed them because they were given a donation in the morning of meals, so they brought them up. And I said, well, I was going to get dinner. Oh no, we've got that. I opened up the fridges, kids, whatever you want. But apparently I didn't. Apparently they got nothing, and 3 children were rushed to hospital through dehydration. Honestly, they make this stuff up, it's incredible. But the point was, we had a fantastic time. I bought all the bananas, they could feed the elephants, feed the giraffes. We went upstairs to where the crocodiles are, and there was one bigger kid there that could actually hold the pole with the chicken on it. And so he fed the crocodile while they all watched. We then went over to the fish area where they fed all the fish. Fantastic day. But my point is, they make all these lies up. Now here's the real problem. YouTube support is absolutely rubbish. Facebook is even worse. I have got, believe it or not, I've actually got them, they've made fake accounts of me, would you believe? Using the Buzzin logo, slating me, slandering me, I report it and you get absolutely nothing. Total waste of time. Massive, massive waste of time. Anyway, enough negativity. I just want to share that with you so you know that, being a YouTuber, it's not all what it's cracked up to be. You've got to have thick skin. You've got to be in a position where you can deal with the abuse, deal with all this stuff that gets thrown at you. And trust me, it does. It gets every single day. When Ian joined me, he gets it. They target his missus. It's awful. It's awful. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just want to share with you. It's not quite as rosy as maybe people think. So what is the future for Buzzin and for myself? We are looking now at a standalone Buzzin bar. And the reason I say standalone is the current one right now is Inside Escape. But we're looking to do our own bars so that we can provide more stuff for people that want to follow us, that can come in and enjoy, and it'll be air conditioned. Right now we're not air conditioned. I touched on the 90 minutes from Pattaya. I love that series, it's just brilliant. I go out and I literally just ride around with that. Suddenly I find something like, oh, look at this. Has anyone been to the glass skywalk that's up by, have you been there? Is it good? Yeah, I saw it, I want to go, there's a glass skywalk. And obviously it's a walkway that's up, elevated up and it's glass. But I want to go, these things I found that I just had no idea were on our doorstep. Had no idea whatsoever. So I want to go and do those. So if you are thinking of what should we do today, and you do follow the channel, have a look. Have a look, guys. There's so much here, it's beyond belief. I'm going to travel. I mentioned a minute ago that I'm going to go up to see my family. My family live in Korat, in Nakhon, so I go and see them first. Then I'm going to head up to Khon Kaen. I'm going to go over to Royat. I'm going to go down to Buriram. I'm going to come back into Korat. And I want to show you what Thailand has to offer. Not just Pattaya, but what Thailand has to offer. This country is amazing, and we are all sat here lucky enough to be part of it. And it really is an incredible country, one that I want to share and show people as much as I can, because it really is something that I'm very close to. I love it. I've learned to speak the language. I read and write Thai. I've got a Thai family. I live in the Thai village. I'm the only Falang there. They're like, oh wow, but they're used to me now. But the point being is this country is amazing. So I'm into enjoying the ride. I've had highs, I've had lows. YouTube is great fun. I love it. It's something that I really enjoy and passionate about. I will continue. I'm not going to stop. And hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight as to what it's like being a YouTuber. So thank you very much, guys, for welcoming me today. It's been a pleasure sharing my story with you, and hopefully you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much indeed.